Howl High 2. Full Moon Fever. After a summer under protection of the West Valley Wolves Motorcycle Club, it's back to school when the Pine Bluff Coven returns for fresh blood. The battle unfolds at the Full Moon Fever dance, where all hell breaks loose. September 22nd, 1981. You're meeting the West Valley Wolves biker gang in the parking lot after school. You became their alpha this summer, and Jackal, your beta, wants you leading tonight's full moon joyride. But Malenfant and his goons are already there, spinning donuts in his blood-red sports car. "Where's your girl?" Malenfant's voice is like a whisper in your mind, yet it drones over the screaming wheels. Misty has been gone all summer, and she hasn't come back for the new semester. Vacation. You lay awake every new moon, powerless, thinking of her. She told you to wait. Sit. You clutch the obsidian vial strung around your neck, a tiny black cruet sealed with red wax. You found it in your locker with an unsigned letter, but you know her scent. Instructions from Misty to scratch a jagged symbol on your door and wait for her to return. Malum's mark. The same symbol that's carved into her palm. All you can do is obey. A flyer catches the dark wind as the vamps race away. An invitation to tonight's Full Moon Fever dance, Pine Bluff's annual Creatures of the Night costume party. A calling card. The wolves won't get involved in politics, so you'll go stag. But when you return transformed at dusk, a protection charm surrounds the school grounds. Your silver fur glows under the supermoon. Animal impulse rips the vial from your neck and you crush the obsidian in your jaws. Jagged shards tear into your tongue. You don't feel the pain, only Misty's blood mingling with your own. The moon flares brighter. Pine Bluff reeks of evil. You transform with a blood-curdling howl and bound forward. The charm burning your silver fur, you run as though against a violent wind. But the promise of bloodshed compels you to charge on. Let's dance. The resistance meets a climax, and suddenly the barrier's meniscus bursts. Blood drips from your smirk. This little hex was not the work of a true witch. No shadow magic can stop blood silver on a full moon. Your claws rip the library door from its hinges. The new librarian's frail frame doesn't flinch. An old crone with no heartbeat. She's bent over a student's torn corpse, preparing a necrotic rite. She pulls the Book of the Dead from the teen's emptied chest cavity and turns to you, blood dripping from her fangs. You recognize this kid. Joshy Bentz. Not one of the wolves, but a dirt biker who joined you on one of the rare daytime rides. The vamps are after your kind. Your blood goes cold at the thought of Misty. You lunge at the ancient vamp, gnashing your hungry jaws, but she evades your bite, escaping through the door with inhuman speed. You're a burst of taut muscle down the hallway. Silver bullets pelt your back, but silver blood runs in your veins. Lockers slam open as you give chase, each revealing a sneering vamp. They amass behind you from their metal coffins. Rich kids are back for another fight. But your feral instincts have you tunnel visioned on the book, a speed demon of the equinox. You crash through the gymnasium doors into the Full Moon Fever dance. The crone vanishes into a crowd of costumed fangs and fur. Too many scents, too many heartbeats. A girl with pale makeup and fake fangs looks into your immortal eyes and screams. Her boyfriend tells her she's had too much of the fruit punch. Nice costume, dude. With a guttural howl, you conjure the full moon's power. The gym rattles like your personal plaything. Vampires are incinerated to dust, Students flee to the emergency exits as the windows shatter, yet some remain. The girl cocks her head, letting her plastic teeth fall to the floor. Her blood-red smile reveals real fangs. Vampiric rot pollutes the air, but there's something else. Human blood and artificial sweeteners. It's a trap. Malenfant used the fruit punch in a necrotic ritual to raise an army of freshly turned. 1 foot in the light and 1 in dark. They can't be banished by Blood Silver's Howl. You tear through the gym, pouncing from bleachers and slashing undead hearts. Blood spills with the poisoned fruit punch. You are Blood Silver on a full moon. Your power is omnipotent. But the hissing swarm is closing in. The moon clouds over, light draining from the room. Malenfant materializes with a cursed medieval chain mace and strikes you to your knees. Lacerations slice through your skin under his gaze. Darkness seeps in like insects burrowing beneath your flesh. What's the matter, dog? Got fleas? The sound of screeching tires cuts through the pain. Her distant pulse stirs the blood in your veins. Her blood! You lunge with mythic speed and decapitate Malenfant with a seething snap of your jaws. Misty blasts through the double doors on your motorcycle, a black robe flowing behind her. The gym fills with burnout smoke as the West Valley wolves melt the mob under their tires. Jackal howls, waving the Book of the Dead in the air like a trophy, the old crone's head skewered over his handlebars. But a victory howl catches in your throat as the smoke turns to liquid black. You bare your teeth, choking on the familiar voice in your head, your foe rising before you. Principal Fine hovers overhead, and you barely avoid a lash of his flaming tentacle whip. But he wasn't aiming for you. The whip snatches the Book of the Dead from Jackal's grasp. You try to catch the book in your jaws, just as Misty casts a summoning spell. Dark and light collide as the spine splits with an inhuman screech. Ancient secrets scatter with the torn pages. The demon's laughter echoes in your bones. You charge at the demonic Principal Fine, your jaws finding his throat with a savage leap. Liquid darkness pours from the gash. Evil spews out around you, straining your fur oily black. His voice now a curse as his cadaver sinks to the floor. Detention is served. Until a greasy tentacle lashes from his corpse and drags you to hell with him. Misty's scream fades to black. You watch your body fall lifeless as the demon pulls you through a swirling purple veil. You claw at the intangible fabric, but your soul finds no purchase. 3 ancient pages catch the wind. You strain to hear their whispered secrets, but the rift closes. Somewhere above, a demon takes a discarded body and a new name. A cheerleader is expelled, and a torn library book is confiscated. Late fees will apply.